Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Welcome to Creative Khalsa. My name is Prabhjyot Kaur, and your name? Jeevan Singh. Jeevan Singh, who's 100 years old. So today is a very special show because I'm going to hopefully, with Guruji's Kirpa, teach you how to tie a patka. So over the past, the whole idea of these shows and the aim behind the shows is to inspire children and just to teach you something. In the past, we've done lots of baking, we've done cooking, but we've also had lots of shows where I've taught you how to tie a gold star on my own hair. So this was 15 years ago now. We've had the malla shows where we've taught you how to tie the malla. But today it's Jeevan's turn to model out his beautiful patka for me. And I'm going to hopefully take you on a little journey and teach you how to tie the basics of a patka and all the important information you need. So are you okay with that, Jeevan Singh? Thank you so much for letting me. So first things first is your patka material, okay? So this is an example of material that we have. Now I buy my patka from online. So if you'd like to know where these are from or where you can get them from, just message me on my Instagram page, Creative Khalsa, and I can give you all the details. But this patka is absolutely amazing, and it's got these strings. These strings have already been sewn on, okay? So these patke are fabulous, and they come in lots of different colours. I tend to just buy blue because I just find it goes with every outfit. And this is actually a large size. Now in the past I've even tried patke that were rectangle and they just didn't work. Now Jeevan Singh's head is nice and big, so that's why we always need a large patka. So the bigger the patka, the better the result will be, so just bear that in mind. Now when you buy your patka material, it's really important that you either wash the patka first or you make it you make it a bit damp. So if you don't do that, what tends to happen is your patka starts slipping off your child's head. Now I've heard that quite a lot. I've had a parent in the playground come up to me and say, I always want to tie a patka on my son, but it keeps slipping off. I don't know what to do. So a quick tip, guys, is to make sure your kapra is soft, it's been washed, and it's damp. So that way it won't slip off your child's gears, okay? So this is a large patka. I got this from a website called SIKH. They do lots of lovely patke. You can go to your local Sikhi shop as well. They will also have patke. A tip, again, make sure you buy the ones with tassels on, okay, like strings, because it makes it very, very easy. So this is a large patka. And now Jeevan Singh's patka is already got, I've opened half of it already. Now if you look up, good boy. So this is Jeevan Singh's beautiful case, okay. So I've already done a jura on him. I've done a plait on him at the back. Now what I tend to do is, I know this, I always get told off for his hair because it's not the neatest. So you can put oil on, whatever you fancy. I've put a little partition in his hair to split up his hair because Jeevan's hair is very long and thick. So I've done a plait at the back. So if you want to show everyone the plait, lovely. I'm not the best at this bit, I know, I totally agree with you guys there, but it works, so it doesn't matter. You get some people that do really neat jura, which is fabulous. If you can do a neat jura, well done. I clearly can't, so I'm just going to show you what I can do. So that's his jura at the top. Another tip is I keep his jura more towards the front of his head, because if you do his jura at the back of his head, the patka just won't look right. So the jura should always be towards the front of the forehead. So now I've got my patka material here, and if you have a look, there are two sides. There's always a longer side and a shorter side. So the shorter side is what I'm going to work with first, and I hope I've got this right now. So this is the shorter side. So Jeevan Singh, look up for me please. Good. Now this is when I cover his head like this, and all that messy hair now gets neat. So I've just put the patka over his head like this. So just like a square on his head, okay? Just resting it, look upward. Good boy. Now I'm going to get my fingers, look up, and just position this like that in front of his forehead. Add a little bit of force onto this bit, okay, because you want the patka to be neat. Just using my index fingers and brushing away any hair behind his ears. Good boy. Now look down. And now, as you can see on this camera, I am just getting the first two tassels and holding it there. So if you have a look over here, look up for me a little bit. Good boy. I've just brought the tassels down And now I'm going to make a fold here. 1 knot, okay? And now this excess kapra I can just pull down a little bit to make it neat. And now I'm going to tie, okay? 1, count with me, Jivan. 1, 2, 3, okay. Now I haven't done this too tight because obviously don't do your child's patka too tight. It'll be uncomfortable and it can stop blood flow. So be very, very careful, guys. So now, okay, so I've done 1, as you can see, 1 knot there, okay? You can do a double knot if you want. So I always do a double knot just to make sure it's extra tight. So now, this is the key bit. This is what the patka looks like from the back. Show me the front. Now, as you can see, the front, it's gone way too down. So I'm just going to lift it up with my fingers and I'm going to pull it from the back. So let's just do that again. Okay, so Jeevan Singh, look up for me. So again, you have to be mindful of this process, making sure you're literally not covering the child's eyes.
Because if you do cover my eyes, then I can't see.
Obviously, and you need to see. Okay, so I'm just pulling it down, so my first knot is there. Okay, lovely. Good boy, Jeevan Singh. Let's do a double knot there. Now, there's 2 ways of doing the next bit, okay? As you can have a look, as you see. There's 2 ways. Now, people fold it, so I'm going to do the common bit first. You grab 1 tassel, 1 corner, okay? And then I'm just going to neaten this up like this, making sure there's no strings dangling. And as you can see, I'm going to overlap this onto, I'm going to make a diagonal shape like that. If you have a look. So I've just lifted it and I've put it diagonally. Jeevan Singh, hold that there. Good boy. Now I'm going to do the next bit. So if you have a look, I'm just going to make sure everything is neat in here. And again, I'm going to just put my finger there and I'm going to go diagonal that way. Hold that there, Jeevan Singh. Good boy. So this, I'm just going to neaten up with my hands and I'm going to tighten it by putting any hold that tight, Jeevan, and that. Good boy. So I'm going to just fold everything into there and now I'm going to just tighten it again so the back looks like this, okay? And again, you can just neaten it with your fingers, making sure all the kapra is in, so you can tighten it as much as you want. Now I'm going to, so that's a diagonal. Now I'm going to just do this, bring the 2 tassels around like here. Don't worry about this one, we can fold that one in. So now I'm going to do another knot here at the back. So turn around, 1 knot here, like that, okay? Very easy. And then if there's any strings that are popping out, you can just neaten them, put them in. And again, now I'm going to get my fingertips and just tighten his patka around at the back. Show me the front. Fabulous. Now, what I always do is I always lift the front up because I don't like it down. I believe the patka should be sitting nicely up on your head, not down, okay? Like that, like that. So the back is beautifully neat. Don't lift. Now, we have a battle every day, don't we? I always lift it up and Jeevan Singh always lifts it down, pulls it down. So anyway, I've got my 2 tassels. Now I'm going to go round again and I'm going to do another knot. Make sure this is nice and tight so the jura stays tight all day as well. And again, I've just pulled the tassels around and I'm just going to tuck them under like so. So look up for me, bud. Good boy. I'm just going to neaten this patka like this. And then there you have it. Turn around, Jeevan. Let's have a look. That is beautiful. So again, you can just lift the kapra as much as you want. Tuck it in at the back here. We've got a nice diagonal shape there. And it actually will stay on your head all day. How does that feel, Jeevan Singh? Good? Lovely. So do you feel proud to wear your patka at school every day? Lovely. And do your friends like it? Do your friends touch your patka? No. Do you let them touch your patka? Good boy. So that's another thing that when, you know, it's a big thing for children to wear a patka to school. Always start tying a patka when they're babies. So when I started on Jeevan Singh when he was around 2 years old, just to get his head used to having something on. And I actually used to put a Kinder Egg, plastic egg in his jura because he had no hair when you were a baby, yeah. So the whole point is you practice, obviously people can make fake jewelry with kapra or a little bit of the style, but the whole point is that you get your child used to a patka. If they're not used to it as a baby, that's absolutely no problem. If you have, if you want your child to wear patka but you weren't sure how to, hopefully from this show you now know. Any questions, please message me. Follow us on Instagram as Creative Khalsa. Join and also like and subscribe our YouTube channel, Creative Khalsa. The videos will all be on there, and if there's any questions or feedback, please do message me. But that was a quick show on how to tie a patka. Forgive me for my mistakes. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.